Toto became the hero of the jungle. Every morning, he flew over the trees, checking if any animal needed help. The parrots, who once laughed at him, now guided him with their sharp eyes. The monkeys helped by tying vines into strong bridges. The entire jungle worked together, knowing that Toto's wings were a gift to them all. When Toto finally reached the Sky Kingdom, he was shocked. Many of the glowing birds, butterflies, and cloud creatures had vanished. The golden castle flickered weakly, and the sky elders looked worried. "The storm is draining the magic of our kingdom," one elder explained. Toto had become stronger after receiving the gift of wind, and he loved soaring through the sky faster than ever. But one evening, as he flew over the jungle, he heard a soft whisper in the wind. "Toto, help us." The voice was distant, yet filled with urgency. Toto flapped his wings harder than ever before. Higher and higher he went, past the tallest trees, past the mountain tops, until he finally reached a floating kingdom made of golden clouds. The sky was filled with magical birds, glowing butterflies, and sparkling waterfalls. One evening, dark clouds covered the sky, and the jungle became windy. The river overflowed, and the baby animals were in danger. The bridge connecting the jungle was washed away. The animals panicked, unsure of how to escape the rising water. Without hesitation, Toto flapped his wings and soared into the sky. The higher he went, the stronger the winds became. Dark clouds rumbled, and flashes of lightning lit up the sky. Toto had never flown in such a powerful storm before. The storm passed, and the Sky Kingdom cheered. The Sky Elders smiled. "You have proven your courage and kindness, Toto. You are now a guardian of the Sky Kingdom." They placed a golden feather on his forehead, a symbol of his bravery. Determined to solve the mystery, Toto decided to investigate. He stayed awake late at night, flying silently over the jungle. Suddenly, he spotted a shadow moving near the waterfall. Toto swooped down but found nothing. Whatever it was had vanished. In a lush, green jungle, a baby elephant named Toto was born. But he was not like the other elephants. He had tiny, fluffy wings on his back. The other animals laughed at him. "Elephants don't have wings," they teased. But Toto's mother, Mama Elephant, told him he was special and that one day, his wings would have a purpose. Luma told Toto about a magical kingdom above the clouds, where only the bravest creatures could go. "Would you like to visit?" the bird asked. Toto had never flown that high before, but he took a deep breath and nodded. Before Toto could react, a familiar chirping sound filled the air. Luma, the magical golden bird from the Sky Kingdom, swooped down. "Toto, the Sky Kingdom needs you. A terrible storm is approaching, and the sky creatures are in danger." As they explored, Toto noticed something strange. The trees whispered, and the ground glowed faintly under his feet. Suddenly, a group of small glowing creatures peeked from behind the bushes. They had tiny wings like butterflies and shimmering blue eyes. Toto knew storms were powerful, but how could they steal magic? Luma led him to the center of the storm, where a swirling vortex of dark clouds revealed something shocking. Inside was a shadow phoenix, a legendary bird that fed on magical energy. One stone had the image of a strong lion, another had a tall tree, and the last had a tiny ant carrying food. Toto thought carefully. Strength isn't just about being big or tall, it's about determination. He picked the stone with the ant. As Toto stepped inside, a soft light surrounded him. A large, glowing owl with silver feathers appeared. "I am Orin, the guardian spirit of the jungle. Long ago, this cave was a sacred place, but it has been forgotten," the owl said. Toto saw the terrified baby animals stuck on the other side. He knew he had to do something. Taking a deep breath, he flapped his wings as hard as he could. At first, nothing happened, but then, whoosh! He lifted off the ground. The animals gasped in amazement. One day, while flying near the river, Toto heard a strange cry. It wasn't from an animal he recognized. He followed the sound and found a baby bird stuck in a thorny bush. But this was no ordinary bird, it had shimmering golden feathers. As the last vine disappeared, the island shone with golden light. The trees blossomed with bright flowers, the ground sparkled with magic, and the tiny creatures cheered. The island was alive once more, thanks to Toto's bravery. Determined to help, Toto flapped his wings and soared toward the tallest tree, where the thickest shadow vines wrapped around its trunk. As he reached out with his trunk, the vines moved, like living snakes. They lashed out, trying to trap him. Toto had returned to the jungle as a hero, but something strange was happening. The jungle animals whispered about a dark shadow that appeared at night, scaring them. The river animals claimed they saw glowing eyes near the water. Even the bravest monkeys refused to leave their trees after sunset. From that day on, Toto continued to help both the jungle and the sky. His story spread far and wide, inspiring others to believe in themselves. No matter how different you are, your uniqueness can become your greatest strength. The sky elders gathered around Toto, their eyes full of gratitude. You have saved us once again. As a reward, we grant you the gift of wind, you will now fly faster than ever before. Toto felt a soft breeze surround him, making his wings lighter and stronger. From that day on, Toto was no longer seen as different, he was special. His wings were not just decorations, they were a gift that made him the protector of the jungle. Toto had found his purpose, and he couldn't be happier. Oren explained that many years ago, the jungle had a secret protector, a magical elephant with wings, just like Toto. But when the jungle stopped believing in magic, the cave's power faded. Now, it needed a new guardian. Toto had returned to the jungle as a hero, but something strange was happening. The jungle animals whispered about a dark shadow that appeared at night, scaring them. The river animals claimed they saw glowing eyes near the water. Even the bravest monkeys refused to leave their trees after sunset. Toto tried flapping his wings, but he only tumbled into the mud. The monkeys giggled, the parrots squawked, and the crocodile smirked. Maybe your wings are just decorations, the animals joked. Toto felt sad, but Mama Elephant encouraged him to keep trying. Toto remembered the gift of wind. Taking a deep breath, he flapped his wings as hard as he could. A powerful gust of wind blew through the trees, shaking the shadow vines loose. They hissed and shrank back, but they weren't gone yet. Toto gently removed the thorns and helped the little bird. As soon as it was free, the bird flapped its wings, and sparkles of golden dust filled the air. Thank you, Toto. I am Luma, the guardian of the Sky Kingdom. You have a kind heart, the bird chirped. From that day on, Toto continued to help both the jungle and the sky. His story spread far and wide, inspiring others to believe in themselves. No matter how different you are, your uniqueness can become your greatest strength. Toto soared across the sky, dodging raindrops and strong winds. He reached the frightened baby monkeys first, grabbing them gently with his trunk and flying them to safety. The animals cheered. Toto promised to protect the jungle and never let its magic be forgotten again. The animals celebrated, and that night, for the first time in years, the jungle glowed under the moonlight, full of magic, full of life. As the rain stopped and the sun peeked through the clouds, the jungle erupted with cheers. Toto is a hero, the animals chanted. The same ones who had laughed at him now looked at him with admiration. Mama Elephant beamed with pride. Toto flapped his wings and carefully flew toward the island. As he reached the shore, the wind suddenly grew wild, pushing him down. He crash-landed onto the sand, rolling into the tall grass. Coco tumbled beside him. Well, that was not graceful, the parrot joked. One of the tiny creatures stepped forward. I am Zephyr, guardian of this island. Long ago, this place was filled with magic, but a terrible force drained our power. We called for help, hoping a hero would come. Toto listened carefully, his heart beating fast. With one final burst of golden light, the shadow phoenix let out a final cry and dissolved into sparkles. The dark clouds vanished, revealing a bright blue sky once more. The Sky Kingdom's magic returned, and the glowing creatures reappeared. Luma led Toto to the Sky Elders, wise birds with silver feathers. To be part of the Sky Kingdom, you must complete the test of courage, they said. Toto's heart pounded. What if he failed? But he remembered Mama Elephant's words, "You are special. One day, your wings will have a purpose." To become the cave's new guardian, Toto had to complete a challenge, not of strength, but of wisdom. Warren presented 3 glowing stones, each with a different symbol. "Choose the stone that represents true strength," the owl said. Toto took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and focused on his heart. Suddenly, his golden feather began to glow, sending beams of warm light toward the shadow phoenix. The dark creature shrieked as the light pushed back the storm. The next morning, Toto and his best friend, Coco the parrot, searched for clues. Following strange footprints, they discovered a hidden cave behind the waterfall. Inside, a gentle glow flickered, and strange markings covered the walls. Oren smiled. "You have chosen wisely. True strength comes from perseverance." Suddenly, the stone glowed, and Toto felt a warm energy surround him. His wings grew slightly bigger, and he felt lighter than ever before. Just as Toto thought he was finished, he heard one last chirp. A tiny bird was trapped inside a storm cloud. Summoning all his strength, Toto dove into the dark cloud, lightning flashing around him. With a final flap, he pulled the bird to safety just in time. Toto followed the voice beyond the jungle, past the rivers and mountains, until he reached the edge of the sea. There, far in the distance, he saw an island covered in mist. Coco the parrot landed on his back. "That's the Forgotten Island. No one has been there for years," Coco warned. The shadow phoenix screeched and sent a gust of wind toward Toto, pushing him backward. The Sky Elders warned him, "This creature can only be defeated by light and courage." Toto remembered the golden feather on his forehead, the symbol of his bravery. Toto soared through the sky, looking for the tiny birds. Strong winds pushed against him, but he didn't give up. One by one, he carried the baby birds on his back, rushing them to a safe golden nest. Zephyr explained that an ancient curse had taken over the island. Shadow vines wrapped around the trees, draining their magic. If the vines weren't stopped, the island would soon lose all its life. Toto flew out of the cave, and to his surprise, the jungle looked brighter. The trees stood taller, the river sparkled, and the animals seemed happier. Oren's magic had restored the jungle's lost spirit. The Sky Elders told Toto that a dangerous storm was coming, and many baby birds were too weak to fly to safety. Toto had to save them before the storm arrived.